Hi everyone, it's Rax. I've been asked by a lot of people when I made my crafting guide, Rax, your crafting guide was good, but what I really want to see are a bunch of examples. Can you show me everything in practice? So that's exactly what I'm going to do. We're going to try live, not pre-recorded. We're going to try to actually make some really good stuff. We might completely fail, and that's totally fine. But I'm going to show you the ins and outs of it and what I'm thinking about when I see an item. Then hopefully that's going to translate and help you out. And then we'll jump into the dungeon and I'll show you exactly how to slam it if you don't know how to do that or even what that means. Real quick, Crimson Market is giving away another one of their PCs on Saturday. They are giving away the Hibernator PC. And here's what it is. If you don't know what it is, Crimson Market's been sponsoring me for a very long time. They make custom PCs. If you subscribe to their package on their website, then you get enrolled for these custom PCs, and they also give away Callie's going crazy behind me. They also give away the next gen consoles as well. This is being given away on Saturday. Also, any Last Epoch fans out there, look at this PC that they made. This PC is going to be given away in a future month, probably on the next Last Epoch release, whenever that season is out. Look at how unbelievable this PC is. This is the actual PC. They custom built this. So pretty sick PC. This one's probably the sickest one I've seen them make. So anyway, we're drawing this one on Saturday. This one's coming soon. The link will be down below if you guys want to subscribe. Use the golden ticket if you've never used them before. I've been giving away these PCs for a long time. We're getting close on 2 years now. Hope you guys win. Okay, so now let's slam some stuff. Okay, Callie's just going to be going crazy behind me. Don't mind her. She's playing with her toys. So this is the next build that I'm going to make. Lizard made the Fireball build, which was the lowest on the tier list. My chat made me make that. We killed regular Aberoth, by the way, but it was painful. So now we're going to make the Lich. So the thing that we need the most is our offhand. Okay, so I need to make this. So how do I make this? Well, first of all, I have to go out and play the game, and I have to get my prophecies. And by the way, that's another video I have to make, how to use prophecies to find stuff. But I have to go find this offhand, the Stygian coal. I have it already. Nice. Preferably with legendary potential, because legendary potential fuses with an exalt. And however many legendary potential you have, 1, 2, 3, or 4, that's how many of the affixes from the exalt are going to get absorbed in. So he's saying try to find a 4 legendary potential Stygian coal, and then you'd need to slam crit multi, spell crit, void res, and elemental res into that unique. So what do we have here? I have a 2 LP Stygian coal, and then I have this catalyst. So let's see here. See what we need here. So we need, it looks like T7 crit multi. And it looks like the 2 prefixes are what we want to be very high, what we want to be T7, and then the void res and the Eli res can be lower. Now, remember, I don't have that Stygian coal. I have a 2 LP Stygian coal. And what he's showing me is that the prefixes are the ones that matter. So what I need is I need a catalyst that has crit multi and spell crit as the prefixes. And then I need the really high exalted affix, the tier 7, to be on those prefixes. So that's what I need to craft. The first thing before crafting is understanding what in the hell are you trying to craft, right? Catalyst, crit multi, spell crit, with elemental and void res as the suffixes, if I can get them. But remember, it's only 2 LP, so if we can only get the prefixes right, that's good enough. Okay, here we go. Well, this is what I've got. So let's look here. I've got an empty prefix. I've got T1 crit multi. I have T7 Eli res, and I have cold res. So what am I thinking about when I'm looking here? Well, first of all, I can just straight up add spell crit right here, and at least I've got the 4 correct affixes. Let me say something again at the very beginning. Another thing you have to keep in mind while you're doing this is your forging potential. If this reaches 0, we're done. Another thing to think about is if you can get a really good craft without going to 0, you can always Rune of Creation it. Where are the creations? I can always creation it to duplicate it. That would let me slam this twice to try to hit the miracle. Those are important things to understand. So with this one, I can just add spell crit, and I've got the 2 prefixes correct, and they're tier 1, and they're going to be tier 1, right? Let's start with that. Let's at least get the correct prefixes there. And we always use a glyph of hope here to hope that this potential doesn't go down. Okay, we only lost 2 potential. Nice. Now, what I need to do is I need to move this tier 7 over here. That's what I really need to do. So I've got 3 runes of Havoc. What Havoc does is it shuffles the tiers around. I want to move the 7 here, preferably. And I would also strongly prefer if the T4 would move over here. That would be ideal. It's usually not what happens, but let's see what happens. Here we go. So that was very bad. I moved the T7 to the worst affix, and I only put the T4 over here. So we're just going to have to go again, and 9 of our potential is gone. Try again. I love life. I love life. We hit it. We hit the miracle. Streamer server, go ahead and let me have it in the comments. You're mad. I know. I'm mad. I don't know why I'm mad, but I'll be mad with you. Perfect. So this is the dream. So now we got to think about this. What we really want to do with a 2LP is hit these 2 things, right? We just want to do a shitload of damage. We're probably playing softcore. Who cares if we die? We don't care about resistances. So what makes a lot of sense here is to push this to tier 5. There's a risk here, by the way. There is a risk. And the risk is that if this could gobble 24 potential. If it does, then I can't creation it. I can't copy it. So it's kind of a risk versus a reward. There is another play here you could consider. Instead, you could upgrade the elemental res. And the reason why this is a play is because I cannot gobble all of my potential here. I can only go 1 to 10. So I'm going to have at least 9 left. And there's a chance when I upgrade this that it's going to crit over here and upgrade this for me, which would be the miracle. At this point with 2LP, I am never thinking, how do I get void res here? This needs to be void res. We got way too little potential left to even think about that. But you could do it if you had a shitload left. And the way that you would do it is by sealing. You would seal off the cold res, which moves the affix off of the item over here. Then you would craft void res, and then you could just upgrade everything. If you had a lot of potential, which we don't. But that would be the play. And then people kept saying in my comments, Rax, you're so stupid. Why would you seal something? You can't slam something if you have a sealed affix. No, that is wrong. You can slam stuff with a sealed affix. You just can't slam the sealed affix. But everything that you're sealing off anyway is usually something you don't want on the item anyway. You seal off so you can craft the thing that you want. Okay? You can definitely slam with a sealed affix. Okay. Now we also have to consider another thing. The crit multi is the most important thing. And we need to look at the crit multi of where it sits within its range, because the crit multi is guaranteed. It's guaranteed to go on the item. Why is it guaranteed? Because when you slam something, when you do the dungeon, as long as you do tier 2, then the affix is guaranteed. You can just pick one that's guaranteed to move over. So I will get T7 crit multi on this 100% of the time. It's guaranteed. The question is, can I also hit this T5 spell critical strike? In general, in Last Epoch, I would advise you to go for the gold. Okay. What does that mean? That means you want to hit the miracle crit multi T5 spell crit. That's what we want. That's what we really want. We got pretty good odds on upgrading the spell crit to get it to T5. And the fact that the crit multi is in the middle, kind of in the middle of its range between 48 and 58, it's at 52. We don't have enough potential to use the Rune of Refinement. If we got this to T5 and we didn't gobble any potential, then we could try to YOLO and refine the crit multi up to 58 because it's guaranteed. And that's exactly how I think about it. Refine based on the T7 affix. Don't refine off of the other shitty ones because it's going to be guaranteed when you do it. With that in mind, what I would do in this situation is I would upgrade the spell crit. Try not to gobble for potential, and then possibly hit it with a refine to get the crit multi up if we have enough, and then creation it so you can try twice when you get another one of these. So let's try it. If it gobbles up to 0, wah, okay, we can only try it one time. Okay, so we hit the T5, and this is a very interesting situation because now the refinement is on the cards. But if we hit 15 potential, then we go to 0. I think we just YOLO it because I'm a streamer and we're a YouTuber. This would kind of be up to you. We're going to YOLO it. I mean, let's just go for it. Let's see what happens. Okay, we only used 1. We got 55, so that's a little bit better. So since that went so well for us, we actually can upgrade this because it's only 1 to 10. We got 13. We get this for free, so let's do it. This is the one. We wanted Void Res. This isn't Void Res, so let's go with the Elemental Res. 1 to 12, we could YOLO it. Let's try it. Let's be greedy. Okay. And now I think we settle. This is good. Now we can creation it. Okay. We creation it. Boom. Both of these are now 0 potential. There's no more crafting. But now I can slam this 2 times. If I get another one of these, if I fail getting the 1 in 3, I have 2 tries. So that was an absolutely beautiful example. Okay. Now we're going to go slam this in a moment. Let me show you, let's look at another example. By the way, let me know if this is helping you. I read your comments. You said you want examples. This is what I'm trying to get give you here. Okay, so now let's look at these boots here. I need Blood of the Exile. Let's look at the guide. Okay, movement speed, cooldown recovery, hybrid health. That's what you want to slam on like every boot and every build. Okay, that's not surprising. That's what goes on every build. We need T7 movement speed. This doesn't even have movement speed. Okay, so this is very, very easy. It's simple. There's like nothing to do here. All you do is craft movement speed, tier 1. So movement. Okay. You just put T1 movement speed. There it is. You just use Runes of Havoc until the 7 moves here. That's it. Simple as that. The reason why it's not more complicated than that, don't get tunnel vision here. We don't have more than 1 LP. So I don't need to make health, hybrid health, cooldown recovery speed boots. I only have 1 LP. I'm guaranteed to get the movement speed. Guaranteed. So that's just good enough. That's all we need to do. Now, it is still worth your while if things are going very well to try to make the boots godly, to try to make it with the 3 affixes. Because again, you can creation it. You could copy it. But just getting 1 affix that you need on any item is very easy. For example, my brother was telling me he's playing Judgment Paladin. He said, Rax, it's insane. I can't get +4 Judgment, T7 Judgment on a Catalyst, or an offhand, excuse me, to save my life. And I said, Lee, it's real easy. You just go in here, you go to Relic, you pick anything with a T7 affix, like this, for example. Let's take this as an example. We seal off a low tier affix. You have a much higher chance to seal it if it's low tier. Let's see if we can seal this off. Done. Okay. Then you just craft rank 1 judgment. Boom. And then you spam havocs until the 7 moves here. That's it. Done. It's not that hard. And you say, well, Rax, I can't find shards of levels of judgment. In my universal filter, I have a rule that says highly needed affixes that you're low on. Go in here, type in judgment. Level of judgment. There it is. It'll drop at any tier. And then you just use removals to get all of the shards when it drops. That's it. It's very easy. It's very easy if you know the tricks. It's free. So that's how that works. So that's all we do here. Craft movement speed. I don't have any havocs left, or I'd show you. You just click upgrade over and over and over till the 7 moves here. Then you're ready to slam. That's it. Now, I brought this here very, very as a joke, but we're going to mess around with it for fun. Actually, I don't have any havoc, so we can't really mess around with it. What I was going to show you is I'm going to try to create a belt from having all the wrong affixes. I need necrotic damage, ward gained with a cleansing, hybrid health, and percent health. I don't think this belt has any of them. It has none of them, right? So this is kind of a catastrophe. But I want to show you how you could possibly do that even with a belt that has nothing on it. In general, you shouldn't do this. What you should do is you should go in your exalts, type in health, and start looking through your belts and look for one that has like some of the things that you want. Like this has flat health on it. That's actually not even one of the ones that we want. This one has percent health and hybrid health, but has 0 potential because I was already crafting on it. You want to find something that is at least starting to look like what you're looking for. And the reason why I think we can't find one like this is because I've crafted on all of them that I've found. This is a double exalt with percent health, but there's no T7 affix on it. Here's percent health and percent health, but there's 0 potential. I was crafting on it. This at least has necrotic damage. That's a start. So it's better in general if you have something to work with. This one has percent health right here, so this would be a good one. I actually don't even know where did that belt go that I was going to mess with. Here it is. Okay. So anyway, necrotic damage, ward, potion bob, and then health over here. So this is a disaster. This doesn't have any of the shit that I want. So the first thing that we can do is one option that we have is removal. You can just straight up remove an affix. Now, if we hit the T7 lightning, we're screwed. It's over. But if we hit the lightning damage or the dodge rating, we're going to be fine. So that is a very nice option when you don't really have any options. It's just a YOLO, a removal. Another thing that I could do is I could craft necrotic damage, rank 1 right here. Then, I guess just let me show you. So what I would do, I'd start to build the belt. So I craft necrotic damage. Boom. Okay. Now I seal lightning damage. Get it out of there. Okay. Now I add the other thing that I need, the ward and the cleansing. Okay. And what just happens very bad. I didn't want to crit and upgrade this, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Now what I can do is first of all, I could try removal to try to miraculously hit the dodge rating. That's a 1 in 4. That's pretty rough. But what I could do is I could havoc this and switch around the affixes. And then when one of the ones is going to move over here, right? Eventually to the ones I don't want, then I could chaos them and change them. And even if we don't hit the perfect health, maybe we'll get something good. The problem is we'd have to chaos them up and try to hit something good, and we have to glyph of hope both of these up to a decent level as well. But remember, whatever belt that you have is probably not 4 legendary potential. It's probably like 2. So you only need to hit the 2 that you really care about. So, it might have also been smart to not seal the T1 lightning damage immediately. If we really cared about necrotic damage and hybrid health, let's say, we could have instead just crafted the necrotic damage, then did the switcheroo, and then sealed a suffix so we could craft hybrid health if we cared about hybrid health more than the cleansing. I don't know for the build which one's more important, but that could be a slight alteration. So you'd Havoc here, move a T1 over here, Chaos it, try to get it into something good, try to Glyph of Hope the 2 things that you need to T5 and move the T7 where you want it with Havoc. That's it. That would be your belt. This belt started with nothing that I wanted, and if I had the Havoc runes to show you, I might possibly be able to craft it into exactly what I want. So that's an example where everything is shit, and you can still make it great. Now, let me show you how to slam something if you don't know. So now, if you have a Temporal Sanctum key, all you do is right-click the key in your inventory, and it shows you where to go. Boom. We're going to the Temporal Sanctum. Then, if you have a little portal bob thing, you can skip to the boss. Now, here's how it works. Every time that you do this, you want to go at least tier 2. If you do tier 2 or higher, the little crafting thing will let you select an affix that's guaranteed to move over. So under no circumstances will you ever run T1 for slamming. Now, the one that you need to do is based upon the required level of the whatever you're slamming. So this is on the bottom right is required level 36. So if I read this, it will tell me on the left side, at tier 2, the Eternity Cache can accept unique items with a level requirement of 65 and lower. Well, this is 36. So the tier 2 is already fine. Tier 3 is 75 and lower. Tier 4 is any level restriction. So, for example, if you're slamming a Shattered Worlds, I think it's required level, I don't know, 1 billion or something, then you're going to probably have to do tier 4. Required level 86 Immortal Vice, for example, you must do tier 4, because tier 3 only takes 75 and below. Oh, let's just do tier 4 for fun. Who cares? Okay. Tier 4, we're a paladin. No one can hit us. Now, let me show you what you're supposed to do. What you're supposed to do on Jolra, it's actually supposed to be a tough boss, is when you're attacking, you're supposed to press D to go to the other realm. A lot of people don't know that. Go to the other realm. And then fight her over here. Okay, da-da-da-da-da. We're fighting. She has her spinny beam attack. You could go back to the other realm, for example. She actually can't hurt me, so she can't do anything to me. I'm a paladin. Paladins can't be hurt by anything. Okay. Oh, we got a nice little helmet along the way. Nice. Okay, let's try a slam. So we go to the cache, hit D to go to the other side. Now, here is our unique and here is our exalt. Now look at this drop down. Guaranteed affix. Boom. The T7 crit multi is guaranteed to move over. Easy. I got a 1 in 3 to hit the spell crit. The second best option would be the elemental res, and the worst option would be the cold res. We don't want that, because that was supposed to be void res anyway. So let's see if we can hit the 1 in 3 miracle. We seal it, and then we hit D, and okay, we got the middle thing. All right, well, good enough. Remember, we creation this so we could try again. Okay, I think my Lich will be pleased with this. This is very nice. I don't know. Would it help you to see one more? Wait, I didn't even make these boots. Yeah, I didn't even move it over. So let's not do another one. Anyway, that's it, guys. Right click the key. Use the boss portal. Walk through the door. Jolra, she sucks. She's kind of tough, but you can kill her, especially if you're a paladin. Murder Jolra, and then select your guaranteed affix, and then it fuses the items together. So I got the second best option, right? I got the crit multi that was guaranteed. Elemental res, not bad. I'll take it. That's it. So let me know if this helped you guys. I know you guys said that another video that would really help you is explaining solo self-found and the prophecies, for example. Do you know how prophecies work in Circle of Fortune? I found like everything with these prophecies. Do you know how they work? If not, I can make a video. Let me know. Thank you so much, guys. Hope you have a great day.